Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anytime you get to watch this is Jojo of Demons Media. Nigerians, let's have conversation. Quick, let's have conversation. You know, where I live, I have lots of Nigerians around me. They have made me a better person. They are brave, they are bold, they are tenacious, and they just go for it. They are go-getters. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's a blessing when it is being done right. It's a curse when it is being done at the wrong time. Question is, when do you know this is the right time and this is the wrong time? Sometimes you could, sometimes you are not able to. Now, today I want to have a conversation with my Nigerian people, devoid of sentiment and devoid of emotion. Let us have a critical conversation. Why is it that the reputation of Nigeria is so deteriorating that wherever they get to, there seem to be issues? So somebody's going to ask me, what are you talking about, Jojo? Why is it that there is an issue with the Nigerian nationals wherever they go to? Could that be that none of them are good persons? That is not the truth. Majority of them are good. Very few are amongst the good ones that are causing such issues. The point here is bad news when I would agree that travels quite faster than good news. So it's a few of them that the good ones are supposed to begin to hold them accountable. When we put these ones aside, the good side of Nigeria, which is like any other nation, you find these attributes there, and at the same time you find the bad attributes. The bad attributes are quite enormous and quite dangerous and quite serious, that it is able to erase the good of the good. Nigerians do come across as arrogant, rude, disrespectful, condescending. And these are things that you find very, very normal amongst them. As I said, I have Nigerian people around me. Sometimes I speak with them and what comes across is that, they envy us. Like, let me narrow it down. Like, Ghanaians envy Nigerians. Why do they envy Nigerians? Is it the size? Is it their level of success? Is it their level of what that is making them envy them? Now, if you talk about Ghanaians envying Nigerians, that is one subject. Let's put that one aside. Does that mean that South Africa envy Nigerians as well? Yeah, of course. On the same continent, we could say that. Kenyans envy Nigerians as well, of course, and on the same continent. Okay, so basically everyone in Africa envies you. That's the reason why they dislike you, right? Canada envies you. UAE envies you as well. Let's look into things and let us digest things and look within, do some deep introspection. And then we are able to point, it is not easy for you to raise your hands up to say, you know what, I'm wrong here. It's not easy. So I can understand. So now let's look at these two things. Africans envy Nigeria. The West, that seems to be having issues with Nigerians. They do envy you as well. That sounds a bit delusional. That sounds like you're in denial. That sounds like you're oblivious. Now, recently there has been so much going on in Ghana about this whole Igbo must go, Nigeria must go, and it's a big deal. When you go on the internet, look, whether we like it or not, in this dispensation that we are in, we live in the cyber. We are on the cyber literally all the time. And everything that you put out there, you may think that you're catching cruise. It has an effect on the people that you seem to think you are catching a cruise on. Let us digest and let us look into things and consider things. It is not just hatred. It is not enviness. There are things that you do that the land that you are in frowned upon, frowned against. I'll give you examples. And there's another thing that I've come to realize. When you guys migrate from Nigeria, so let's say to Ghana, you want to take over. You want to turn that country into another Nigeria. When you go to when you go to South Africa, you want to turn it into another Nigeria. You go to Kenya, you want to turn it into another Nigeria. And then you begin to you deal with them in a condescending way. You talk down on them. You bully them. You make them feel nothing, or you make them feel less of themselves. It's only you who knows how to make money. Who's smart? Who's that? No, there is something called conformity. When you migrate into another nation, you conform. It's two things. They've not called you, so you conform. If you don't want to conform, it's only okay that you leave that place. Don't go over there and cussing them and making them feel less of themselves. The way they feel and the way they do their things is what has made it attractive for you to go over there. Now let's face reality. In Ghana right now, issues are going on, issues are brewing, and then they're going on like, oh, I just watched a short video. Let's watch it here.
Nigerians, I have something to tell you. Nigeria in Ghana, you see, we are too big for little children to be looking down on. And since Ghanaians don't have sense, we should have sense. It is time for us to build our country. Anywhere we are, we have to start coming back home. It is time to get hold to our country. Just imagine, now we are running out of our country. Okay, other people now take over the country. The slavery you people will see over there, it will be worse than what you are seeing now. It is time to take over Nigeria. We are waiting for nobody. It is time to rise up, Niger to the world. We cannot become slave, building other people's economy. Even as bad as our economy, all these things you people are investing there, you bring it back home, we will still be better than them. Come back home. We are too.
Welcome back. You hear what the man is saying? If Ghanaians don't have sense, these are some of the things. If you don't have sense, so what are you trying to call them? But then let me bust your bubble, and you would understand the reason why the Ghanaian people are not very happy with the Nigerian nationals. I'm posting them here, so just watch screenshots. I'm not the one saying them. These are realities that had happened. The first one, June 2025. 5 Nigerians and 1 Ghanaian were arrested in Kumasi. Is the bravery, is the tenacity, is the nerves that sometimes I look at it and I go like, you travel from your country to another man's country, and the best you could do is to rob them. And this thing that I'm talking about happens in all forms in other countries. In other countries, let us face reality. On the 1st of July, what happened? There was an altercation. What brought about the altercation? 2 shop owners, 1 Nigerian, 1 Ghanaian. Nigerian went and bought something from the Ghanaian on credit. Ghanaian man went over there trying to get his money. The Nigerian woman called the son. The son came in threatening the Ghanaian man. Altercation erupted. The Nigerian son calls his friends. They came in there to where the altercation had happened. Exchange of words. The next minute, the unalive the Ghanaian. July 2025, a consular worker in Nigeria, a Ghanaian consular worker in Nigeria, it is more or less like a representative from Ghana in Abuja, Nigeria, was kidnapped and unalive after they tried everything they can to have access to her money and they couldn't. Why? That was when? On the 8th of July. We have one on the 23rd of June, on the 1st of July, on the 8th of July, and then on the 12th of July, 3 Nigerians unalive a Ghanaian taxi driver when they have asked the taxi driver to take him somewhere. On their way, they unalive the man. If Ghanaians are rising up against such incidences in Ghana, and you seem to think they don't have sense, and then you come up with things like, oh, you make it sound like it's a privilege to have Nigerians in your country. We are here to help you build your economy. Are you done building your economy? We are here to build your country. Are you done building your country? My guy, we all have issues. As countries, we are not where we're supposed to be. The best that we can do is to exchange ideas. The best that we can do is to form a bond that will help ourselves. But in a situation where you will come into somebody's country, or you be in your country and you speak in a condescending way about another country, that is not right. Bully other countries, that is not right. Be insolent. And why is it that whenever you get to a place, you want to turn that place into Nigeria? You cannot do that. Nigerians are loud. Let us use this loudness to reverse this terrible, stinking reputation of ours. Few people messing up the entire country. And then, as I said, you stand on there. The only thing you can say is if Ghanaians don't have sense. We don't have sense. We have stayed calmly, peacefully. You have sense. What are you doing here? You who have sense, what are you doing amongst? And you calling your people, come home and let's build. It will be brilliant. for Nigeria to build, for it to become that giant of Africa that is so much speaks of. Fantastic. Do it. Other countries that are not giants, they are trying to build theirs. So allow them to build theirs. Don't come messing it up for them. Nobody hates you and nobody envies you. But it's the things that you do in them countries that they frowned against, and then they raise topics, they raise eyebrow on them, and then when you are confronted, you say you envy me. How? That's why I said, come, let's have a conversation devoid of emotions, devoid of sentiment, raw, unadulterated truth. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You are becoming something else. Look, it is not right. It is only right that when you are doing wrong and somebody sees it and tells you that you're doing wrong. Is it because you come to Ghana and it looks as if all the people are calm and so you can just walk over them and do anything? And even if so, why must you think about walking over them like that? Why must you commit crimes? Why must you rob? Why must you unalive people? If these things are done in the country where I'm coming from and it's nothing, it does not mean that it's going to be nothing in the country that you are in now. When you go to Rome, or if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. You don't expect the Romans to tend to become you. That's not how it works. You go to a place, you look down on their food, you compare, oh, this is not how it's done in Nigeria. You are not in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, you are in South Africa, you are in Kenya, you are in Canada, you are in UAE. Why? As we speak, the Ghanaian consular in Nigeria, in Abuja, his house is robbed. Why? Like, if crimes are nothing where you're coming from, crimes are something where you are. Respect the land. Why are you so recalcitrant? Why is it so hard for you to abide by the laws of a land? Why? I don't think any country condones robbery. I don't think any country condones unaliving of its citizens. Why? Why do you do it? These are some of the reasons why this whole Igbo King and Nigeria must go thing is a big issue, because these are the things that are festering under. And even if the country's authorities refuses to do something about it, there will be an uproar. I do believe these incidences that I've given you, that I posted them up here, these incidences, if they were to happen in Nigeria, I don't think it would be a good idea. I don't think it will be fun. I don't think it will just be tolerated. It will never ever be tolerated. But you expect other people to tolerate it? Why? Nigerians, look within you and do some introspection and begin to listen. Begin to look into things like, what is going on? Why do we have such a bad PR? Why do we have such bad reputation? Why is everybody not willing to deal with us? We are lovely people. We are very warm and welcoming, hardworking and resilient, smart and intelligent. So why don't they want us? Am I being delusional? Am I arrogant? Am I disrespectful? Do I deal with people in a very condescending way? Am I self-centered? Am I selfish? Is my self-aggrandizement out of this world? Ask yourself these deeper questions. And if you take them all to be no, then you can say, okay, the issue is them, not me. But if you take the answers and they are yes, then the issues are with you. So do something about it. Now, once again, as I'm going to say this conversation is devoid of emotions. This conversation is devoid of sentiment. This is the raw, unadulterated truth. A few Nigerians are messing up the entire Nigeria. Good Nigerians will stand up against the bad Nigerians that are giving them the bad publicity and bad reputation. Until that happens, Nigeria's reputation is just going to be run down in the mud for as long as possible. And at the day, I'm sitting out here ranting, but what do I know? But still, this is my take.